What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Live Fam. Now today, bro, we got influencers who died trying to go viral by Chilling Scares. Shout out Chilling Scares. Make sure you guys go subscribe if you want this type of content. Now, I feel like we kind of reacted to a video like this before, so I wonder if there's gonna be a little of the same scenarios or different ones. If it's like too much of the same stuff, we'll just, probably not react to this. So without further ado, make sure you grab your popcorn and let's see.
On the 8th of November 2017, a Chinese daredevil Wu Yangning climbed the 62-story Huayuanhua Center building.
Bro, like, how are you able to be up here and not have your balls shaking, bro? Like, ain't no way. He's literally hanging off, bro. Like, any little slip grip, he's done.
A Chinese daredevil Wu Yangning climbed the 62-story Huayuanhua Center building in Changsha, China to record another one of his rooftopping challenge videos.
So he just does this.
That this one was going to be his last. Wu started his career working as a film extra and stuntman for low-budget productions, trying to break
he's definitely a stuntman for sure.
Into the entertainment industry.
Doesn't surprise me.
Unfortunately, while he was good at his job, he struggled to earn a living from these jobs, forcing him to look elsewhere. So he turned to the internet and started posting daredevil roof-topping videos on Chinese platforms like Huaxia and Weibo. Roof-topping, for those who don't know, is an extreme form of urban exploration. Participants climb on top of tall structures like skyscrapers, bridges, and cranes and record themselves doing dangerous stunts around the edges, usually without any safety equipment like a harness or a safety net.
Bro, I'm getting excited just looking at this, bro. Holy fuck.
The draw of these videos lies in the constant, ever-present risk that a single slip or misstep could be.
Oh, you doing this shit barefoot and every... Yeah, this nigga got cojones of steel, bro.
But Wu needed to stand out if he wanted to make a career out of it. So he took things a step further. Instead of just posting videos about sitting or standing close to the edges, Wu posted stunts like riding a Segway right up to the edge, hanging from the ledges, and doing pull-ups until he was close to muscle failure. This allowed him to gain an audience from the get-go, giving him the confidence to continue down this path.
Bro, and this is the shit that be fucking people up too, because it's like, all right, you could say he doing this little stunts where he just kind of walks at the edge or whatever and just films himself, but then it's like, oh, people start asking for more, or he sees views going up, so he's like, oh, what can I do that's even crazier and get more views? And then that gets more views, and he's like, oh shit, if I knock it up a notch, if I take it up a notch and fucking start doing backflips off this shit, it's really gonna go viral. So let's just do this. And then he just keeps doing stuff, keeps doing things, and gets more dangerous and more dangerous each and every time, and then it obviously leads to some type of catastrophic event, bro. And it's all literally driven by just getting views, by getting attention, bro. And honestly, he's trying to make a living and stuff, but it's just, it's difficult, man. Especially doing stuff like this. I mean, this video itself might fucking get yellow marked from YouTube because of how dangerous it is. And usually YouTube, that's why I don't react to videos like this too often, but this one caught my eye, so.
The years, he posted more than 500 videos and live streams to various platforms and managed to earn over 1 million followers on Weibo alone. These videos also earned him close to $83,000, making this his full-time career.
Oh wow,
doing
that's
these crazy
good.
Stunts allowed him to earn a better life for himself and his loved ones. There was just one massive problem. Creating viral stunts for an online audience means the creator can never slow down.
Yeah,
Each video has to be crazier than the last one, and the audience becomes bored and moves on.
Just what I told you guys.
However, the crazier the stunt is, the more likely it is to turn lethal.
Like, bro, this is so dangerous right here. Like, I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's wind. It's windy out here. So imagine just any little slip.
The more likely it is to turn.
Look at his shirt. You know how it's like kind of coming up because of the wind?
Sadly, that's exactly what happened with Wu in November 2017. He came across a competition promising $15,000 to the video that went the most viral. Wu needed this money to pay for his mother's medical expenses and wanted to save the rest for his wedding. So, on the morning of November 8th, he climbed to the roof of the Huayuanhua Center building to film the most jaw-dropping stunt yet. Most people aren't allowed to climb to the very top of these buildings, so Wu likely had to free climb his way from the outside as well, adding life-threatening risk to this challenge before the...
This is a fucking real video? Like, he's literally standing on the edge of this bitch. This is at least hundreds of feet up, bro. Hundreds.
Camera even began rolling.
Holy crap.
After reaching the roof, he set up his tripod and began recording, and started lowering himself over the edge. First the right leg, and a few seconds later, the left. However, instantly something was not right. He looked like he was struggling to hang on and had to readjust his grip multiple times.
Oh no.
He was potentially already exhausted from the free climb to the top, but he didn't really have the time to rest before someone from the building management might notice him and escort him back down. So he went ahead with the stunt anyway, proceeding to do the pull-ups he was most well known for.
Oh my god.
The plan was to pull himself back up to safety after the third pull-up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. Like, even if I was to put myself in this stupid situation, and I don't like calling it stupid, but at the end of the day, bro, like, you're going up in buildings and doing pull-ups from the fucking edge, bro. Like no normal person's doing this, and I understand it's for his living, but it's just like, okay, bro, you got to take some precaution, dude. Like, you already feeling some type of fatigue, the grip is off a little bit. You just got to call it wraps, bro. You gotta call it wraps, dude. Your life is more valuable than whatever you would possibly make from this. Or even just give yourself some type of rest so you could just go in there with a clear mind and shit. At least, you know? Like, don't rush yourself into doing something this fucking dangerous.
Safety after the third pull-up. He'd done the same dozens of times in the past. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. The video showed him struggling to pull himself back over the edge up to the third pull-up. He tried to use his feet, but the side of the building was too slippery to generate any traction. Wu kept trying until his grip failed, sending him plunging 45 feet onto a lower terrace below. He did not survive this fall.
See, that's the thing, chat. If you actually do pull-ups, you know this point that he's at right now. Like, there's a point where you get to where, you know, it's very, very hard to pull yourself up, and like there's a point where you just can't, bro. No matter how hard you try, you literally cannot pull yourself up, and that's where he was at right there. And that's, oh my gosh, that's so horrible, bro.
And since he was
I can only imagine
alone when trying to record this video, no one knew what happened to him right away. His girlfriend filed a missing person report when he didn't return home.
Wow.
And it wasn't until the next day that a window cleaner discovered his remains. Wu wanted a better life for himself and his loved ones.
Jesus
Sadly,
Christ.
The risk he took for this viral stunt cost him everything.
Oh, Lord.
On the night of February 5th.
This is just goes to show like how far people kind of go for content and stuff, and you know, trying to keep an audience and all that. And I understand it from a human perspective, but it's like at some point you just gotta like just weigh the pros and cons. Like, okay, you know, try to be smart with your money and put it up and not waste it all, so you don't have to keep putting yourself in these perilous situations, and just figure something else out. I don't know, bro. It's just like at some point something's gonna go wrong, like some point, dude. Especially when you're doing something like literal pull-ups where your muscles can reach failure pretty quickly, especially if you're already free climbing and you're using your muscles. And especially you know, climbing does involve a lot of back muscles and biceps and stuff, so that you're already getting sore, you're already getting fatigue, and then trying to do that with the, you know, no rope, no attachedness, no attaching to the fucking building, or not, like there's no safety to this at all, and you're still going for it. I just don't understand.
The Urban Air Trampoline Park in Hermitage, Tennessee was filled to the brim with families and friend groups looking to enjoy the weekend night. However, on this night specifically, this would not last long. As one of the friend groups at the park was walking out into the parking lot, they saw a man running at them with a massive butcher knife in his hand. This was 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes, an upstanding and hardworking person who was just a month away from graduating as an HVAC technician. His future looked bright. However, Timothy's primary interest was in something else. He watched a lot of prank channels on YouTube and wanted to go viral with a prank of his own.
Oh no.
More specifically, he wanted to film a fake robbery prank where he records himself pretending to rob someone and then uploading their reaction to the internet. But an important thing about almost all of these prank videos that he was watching on YouTube is that they were staged. 9 times out of 10, the person being pranked already...
See, that's the danger of those type of videos too, bro, is it causes a lot of people to think that it's real. Because sometimes the acting is impeccable and you can't even really realize it. But most of the things are fake, man. Especially really, how do I say it? When it seems super performative and everything's a little too good to be true, most likely it is staged and stuff, and you know, it's for content. So at the end of the day, you can't really like bag somebody for doing that. But obviously, you know, audience watches, younger kids, younger demographics, they kind of see it and it was like, oh dang, like I'm gonna replicate this, I could do this, you know. And then in this case, this dude wants to do something in real life and try to prank someone for real, because that's probably how he thinks that all these videos are. So he's trying to replicate that, even though he's not replicating that. He's actually doing something real that can put him in grave danger, and then, you know, shit like we're about to hear happens.
9 times out of 10, the person being pranked already knows about the whole thing and is only acting terrified for the camera. Timothy either didn't know this crucial detail, or he knew but wanted to make his prank...
Is it me or this nigga look like LeBron James, bro?
more authentic.
Yo.
So on the 5th of February 2021 at around 9:25 p.m. he lunged at a group of friends with a knife in his hand. The plan was to scare them and then reveal that it was a prank before things got out of hand.
You have a real
what
knife
Timothy
too?
didn't know was that one of the people in this group, 23-year-old David Starnes Jr., was carrying a concealed firearm.
Oh,
From David's perspective, Timothy was a random man charging at him and his friends with a knife.
Yeah.
In a split-second decision, David drew his firearm and opened fire, hitting Timothy once. Unfortunately, this one shot proved lethal, resulting in Timothy passing away before any help could arrive.
Damn,
David
bro.
stayed at the scene until the police arrived and explained everything that had happened. He was detained at the time, but the police released him later as his actions were deemed self-defense.
Wow, I mean, and you can't even really blame him, bro. Oh my gosh. It's just, some things are just too far, bro. That's why like the internet, you know, trying to go viral and stuff is literally a toxic thing that a lot of people have. It's a toxic addiction. It's really an addiction because, you know, people want attention. They want to go viral. They want to make money. They just want, you know, fame, glory, some type of validation from people that they're cool, you know, and it just drives them to do stupid shit, bro. Like, I just don't understand how you think some type of prank that's not staged, like you're literally just doing it, not telling anybody, and trying to run up on somebody with a knife, bro. Like, it's just it's like RIP to everybody in this video, but a lot of this is derived off of just wanting attention and just honestly being naive. It's completely naive. It's completely dumb to just run up to some random people with a knife and expect nothing to happen, bro. Like, even if they are your friends or whatever, like, dude, I'm sorry. If I see somebody running up with me with a knife and I have a concealed weapon, bro, I'm nine times out of 10 using it, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna lose my life, bro, because like, I don't know it's a prank and stuff. You didn't put anybody on that, so it's justified. But at the same time, it's traumatizing because like you are their friend or whatever. If they know you, it's completely traumatizing, and it's all because you just wanted, you know, 5 seconds of fame by doing something completely naive.
On June 26, 2017, 20-year-old YouTuber Mona Lisa Prez made a post on Twitter stating, "Me and Pedro are probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever. His idea, not mine." At first glance, this sounded like a severe exaggeration meant to drum up hype for her upcoming video, when in reality, calling it the most dangerous video ever was still an understatement for the tragedy that was about to unfold just 3 hours later. Really? The lead up to this incident started back in November 2016 when Mona Lisa and her boyfriend Pedro decided to start a family channel together called Mona Lisa and Fam. This channel mostly consisted of vlogs of the two of them doing various challenges and going on adventures together. Normal, inoffensive family channel content. And while none of these videos went viral, they were still gaining consistent views, allowing the couple to gain thousands of subscribers by mid-2017. Okay. However, Pedro wanted to take his online career to the next level. The plan was to create a new channel called Damn It Boy, featuring daring stunts unlike anything the internet had seen before. He even had a clear vision for the direction of this content.
Everything I'm gonna be showing you guys on my channel, you guys are gonna be saying, "Damn it, boy."
But unlike his family channel that was growing at a steady pace, Pedro wanted this channel to have good momentum from the get-go. He wanted his first video to go mega viral. And to do that, he wanted to upload the most dangerous and death-defying stunt he could think of. So after much deliberation, this was the idea he came up with.
The point of this video is, I really just want to see
oh my gosh,
if a 50 caliber bullet can go through a book. So the ultimate test to see if this 50 caliber bullet will go through a book is, I'm just not going to just set it and just shoot it. No, I'm going to stand behind it.
I just don't understand, bro. Attention is one hell of a drug. That's what I do understand. But I just don't understand the stupidity, bro. Like, just the straight stupidity. Like, I can't even feel bad, bro. I can't even feel bad for this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? You're about to shoot a bullet on through a book and see if it goes through, but you got to be on the other side, though, to see if it goes through? Like, are we... Bro, I don't understand.
And Mona Lisa is going to shoot it.
Mona Lisa was strongly opposed to this plan, but after...
yeah, Mona Lisa should be strongly opposed, and she should have said, fuck no. Like, hell no, what is we doing here, bro? Like, you're literally pretty much committing S-word. I don't want to say it. You're committing S-word for views, bro. For what? Like, most likely 9 out of 10, you're not gonna be here to see the fucking views anyways. Like, yo, stuff like this don't make sense, bro.
For nearly 2 months of back and forth, he managed to convince her that it could work. So on the 26th of June 2017, at roughly 8 p.m., Pedro did exactly what he planned. He set up the camera in the backyard of their home in Houston, Minnesota, held up the book in front of him, and told Mona Lisa to shoot. Unfortunately for Pedro, the thick encyclopedia he chose for the stunt proved completely ineffective.
Yeah, no shit.
The high-caliber bullet went straight through the book and his body.
Oh my god.
By the time help arrived, it was already too late. Pedro passed away in front of 30 witnesses from around the neighborhood who came running after hearing the gunshot, including his 3-year-old daughter.
You had a daughter too? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. How can you be so dumb and so careless, bro? Like, I feel like if you have a kid and stuff, your want to be safe, your want to live, your want to prosper is like heightened by 10, bro. Like times 10 than before when you're just like alone and stuff. And even with the kid, and even just not having the fucking brain cells to realize that this is the dumbest idea of all time. Like, do you not understand how bullets work, money? Like, bro, I don't understand, bro. I don't.
His 3-year-old daughter.
I don't understand.
What made this situation even more heartbreaking was the fact that Mona Lisa was also pregnant with their second child.
It just keeps getting worse, doesn't it? It just keeps getting worse, bro. And this is both of their faults, bro. Like, it's just as much as Mona Lisa's fault as it is his, bro. Because she pulled the trigger. She, like, agreed to do this stupid shit. I don't understand, bro. I don't know. I feel like some people, you have this low of brain cells and this less of care for safety or just common sense. Like, you probably shouldn't have kids, bro. Like that, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't, bro. Because how are you gonna protect them? How are you gonna be smart for them? How are you gonna do anything in the interest of them? Because you're obviously not right now. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro.
He was taken into custody and later pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter. However, the court understood her tragic situation and sentenced her to only 6 months in prison rather than the up to 15-year sentence that second-degree manslaughter usually carries.
It's crazy, bro. Like, that's absolutely
Dmitry
insane.
Nuyantin spent a decade building his reputation as a personal trainer and fitness coach in Russia. Over the years, he trained many elite athletes in person while also posting online guides and tips under the name Dmitry Fit for his more than 40,000 followers. The most notable aspect of Dmitry's content, however, was his dedication to authenticity. He followed the same program he taught to demonstrate firsthand its effectiveness. What he never anticipated was that his readiness to put himself on the line would ultimately cost him everything. It began in September 2025 when Dmitry announced a challenge to deliberately gain at least 55 pounds or 25 kilograms and then lose it all using his own training and dietary regimen. He also put a roughly $100 reward for any viewer who could lose 10% of their body weight by the end of 2025. In a post promoting this challenge, Dmitry wrote, "Friends, my weight loss course is starting soon where you can win cool prizes and most importantly build a beautiful body, learn how to eat, and have fun." Things were progressing smoothly. However, there was just one major hurdle standing in his way. Gaining over 50 pounds in such a short time wasn't going to be easy.
Yeah,
so
that's
to stay competitive in his own.
Gaining 50 pounds, I forgot how much time, but gaining 50 pounds is really fucking hard. That usually takes years, bro. Like, I mean, you could do it in 1 year if you're in a caloric surplus, a massive caloric surplus, and you're just being a lazy fuck every single day. Like, I feel like gaining 50 pounds is super hard, bro. Like, over time, yes, it can happen. Over, I would say, a year to 2 years, you could gain 50 pounds, bro. You could if you play your cards right. Or don't play nothing at all. Actually, just do nothing and just eat. That's it.
So to stay competitive in his own challenge, Dmitry put himself on a crash diet of over 10,000 calories a day.
Oh no.
For some context, most adult men with his build need somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 calories to maintain their weight.
Yep.
He would post videos eating mountains of calorie-dense foods with lots of sugars and fat. And this worked just as expected. By November 18th, he weighed 230 pounds or 105 kilos and was rapidly approaching his goal. Unfortunately, the challenge came to an abrupt stop just a few days after he posted this video. Friends reported Dmitry missing training sessions, claiming that he wasn't feeling well and that he needed to see a doctor.
See, that's the thing. It's not even just about the whole overeating thing, which is already bad in itself, but it's the types of foods that you're eating too, because you're getting way too much of the bad fats and all this shit that actually cause damage and could cause damage to your internal organs, bro. Like, you gain certain fat, subvisceral, what is it fucking called? The fat that's like inside that covers your organs, bro. Visceral. I think it's just called visceral fat or something. I don't know, but it's a certain type of fat that grows around your organs that can actually cause heart failure. It could cause damage in your kidneys, like anything that serves as a basic function to your body, like having fat around there that's not supposed to be there, and could literally cause you to die, bro. Like, some people literally die off of that shit. Most people do. That's why it's dangerous to have, to be overweight, and not even just for the looks, but it's for your health, bro. Because most likely if you're super overweight, that means you have a lot of visceral fat around your organs and stuff that's gonna stop it from completely doing its functions without problems, Like, your heart has to work even harder than it does if you're in shape and you don't have a lot of body fat. It's a lot of things. It's not just about how you look being fat, but That's why the foods you eat are important and stuff, because if you eat way too much of that, as he's going on a surplus, 10,000 calories per day, and most likely it's just a whole bunch of shitty foods. Like, I mean, you could just fucking make your heart stop just doing that.
But before he could make an appointment, Dimitri passed away from cardiac arrest in his sleep at just 30 years old.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Cardiac arrest. That's like the number one thing I believe that people die off of. And especially when it comes to, you know, gaining weight super fast. And just the types of foods that you eat very consistently. He made his heart have to work in overdrive and way too fucking hard. To the point where he just had cardiac arrest.
10,000 calorie diet overtaxed his body, eventually leading to a sudden catastrophic collapse.
Damn, bro.
On July 15, 2024, Indian travel influencer Anvi Kandar, known online as the Global Journal, posted a list of her top places to visit in the country, not knowing that this would become the last time her nearly 300,000 fans would see her alive. She had been posting content on the internet since 2016 and had become a very trusted travel vlogger. Anvi visited nearly every corner of her country, highlighted underrated destination spots, and made it a point to spread positivity through her content. However, this effort was cut short just a day after she posted this video. She was visiting the Kumbi waterfall on July 16th, located around 80 miles from Mumbai. The ground surrounding the 178-foot waterfall was wet and slippery. Anvi was being very cautious, as this wasn't her first time visiting such a place. But while trying to line up a better shot of the waterfall for her content, she accidentally took one wrong step, resulting in her losing her balance and falling down a 350-foot deep ravine. The sheer depth, combined with the dense foliage, made it impossible to even see her from the top. The rocky, slippery terrain also prevented anyone from rushing to her rescue.
Bro, that's like my number one fear whenever I see fucking waterfalls and shit. It's like all it takes is one little slip and you just, like, there's nothing you can do about it, bro. Absolutely nothing.
To her rescue. When rescuers arrived, 6 of them rappelled down using ropes, while 50 others assisted them from the top. Despite the massive operation, it still took 6 hours to rescue Anvi from this ravine. However, they would get some good news. She was severely injured, but was still breathing.
Oh, really?
Rescuers rushed her to the nearest hospital. Unfortunately, Anvi had almost no strength left in her body and sadly passed away shortly after arriving at the hospital, leaving her once active Instagram account completely abandoned.
Damn, that's so sad, bro. That's so sad. And she was just making, you know, pretty heartwarming content and just going to different places. You know, it was probably fulfilling to her life to just go to these different places and be able to share it with people. And she wasn't really doing anything too like stupid or naive compared to other people. So that is really sad. R.I.P.
Castilla-La Mancha is the tallest bridge in all of Spain, making it a somewhat popular destination for thrill seekers. Many daredevils have climbed to its top in the past, and 24-year-old British influencer Lewis Stevenson was attempting to do the same. Lewis was a rooftopper that made a name for himself posting breathtaking pictures of his many different climbs to his Instagram account. He arrived at the bridge on the morning of October 13, 2024 with one of his friends and began climbing. His friend went ahead and Lewis followed. It was a brutal, monotonous climb. Thankfully, things started off as expected, with the two steadily making their way up the service ladder and nearly reaching the top. But before they could reach the safe platform up top, tragedy struck. It's unclear what exactly happened. The damp weather may have made a step dangerously slippery, or Lewis might have simply missed a step and stumbled. In either case, the outcome was the same. Lewis lost his grip and plummeted over 630 feet back to the base of the climb.
Fuck,
his friends called the authorities immediately.
That's the thing about these type of climbs or anything, bro. All it takes is just one misstep and you're done. Just one misstep, bro. Like, you know how we just walk up the stairs, right? And we just like randomly miss a step and it's just like, what the, like, I did not mean to do that. Oh my gosh, my lights in the back. They keep falling, bro. I gotta get different tape for it. My bad, Kobe. I'll fix it after. Anyways, chat, you know how you just take those random missteps on stairs and you're like, what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? Like, I would not like really thinking or nothing, you know, I was just kind of going. So the same thing could happen when you're climbing. Like, you just accidentally misstep and it's not like you mean to do it, but it just happened. And in this case, happening 300 feet plus up, there's nothing you can do about that. Like, falling down the stairs is incomparable to that.
By the time they reached Lewis, he'd already passed away from the impact. The climb, which was meant to be a crowning achievement, instead became his final act.
Damn, bro. This is crazy. RIP to everybody in the video. One thing you learn from most of this shit is that it's all attention and view driven. Obviously, as the title infers, influencers who died trying to go viral. But it's true, man. And especially, I think the most catastrophic and the dumbest one is the one where the dude like shot a book and stood on the other side. Like, I feel like that was just blank S word, you know? But chat. I gotta fix that. It's because I brought the lights from my other place, right? So like the stickiness from the lights, I took it off the other wall and put it on this wall. So it's already kind of not as sticky. So I gotta get some new stuff. Anyways, chat, let me know what else you guys want to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.